ahead, put it on real tight. Hope you brought your best tonight. They say they got the fireworks, yeah, they say they got the show. Here around the shoots, you're the best, so let's go.
This is Texas Toast. I'm your host, Miss Helen. Kick back and enjoy as we toast the best from Texas.
Hey guys and gals, welcome to Texas on Tap. Another week for me and producer Kyle to look at some music. I'm so excited about the music we had to talk about today.
Yeah, really solid picks.
Really good stuff. So everything going good for you?
Yeah, things are going good. I had a great time at the Anderson Holiday Fest last weekend. That was a lot of fun seeing all those country folks out there. Not a whole lot other going on really, just working on some music and the same old grind.
I know. I finally, a lot of my projects, activities, and different stuff that I've had going on with other things. Like finally, I can take a breather this week. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm boxing up stuff still from the fishing tournament.
How'd it go?
It went great. It was wonderful. And then I did all my Christmas decorations, so I still had, maybe I'll put this out or maybe I'll put that out. And today I put it up. It's like, okay, it is what it is. I'm done.
Nice.
So, yeah. So anyway, you ready to dig in? You want to start your picks or?
Yeah, I'll start. Let's do it.
Let's do it. You have some good ones.
Yeah. So I want to start off with, he looks young. I have no idea how long he's been doing it. I got to do a little more research on Lane Smith. Mm-hmm. But one of the, I think it was the highest stream increase, or I could be mistaken, but Lane Smith put out a new song called Big Show. And this tune really caught my attention. And I mean this in the best way possible, but it gave me like William Clark Green vibes.
Oh my gosh, look at my notes. I have Ringling Road written down.
Yeah, totally.
And I even went and listened to the comparison. Yes, right. Absolutely, Kyle. Absolutely.
Very similar. So I hope that he's drawing influence from William Clark Green because everyone should. But even if he's not, it's a great song. It's just got a cool kind of like spooky, I don't know. It's just a really good song. So definitely check out that song from Lane Smith. And then the next one I want to talk about is another new artist to me. Her name's Larissa Boyd. And this one's called Alone in Your Mind. Mm-hmm. So this song stood out to me. Larissa's got a really good voice. I can tell, she's also a young up-and-comer. And then this is kind of silly, but one of the really big things that stood out to me in this one was at the very end. So the tagline in the chorus is, you shouldn't have to be alone in your mind. And then at the very, very end of the song, she goes something along the lines of, because you left me alone in mine. And
yes.
I just chuckled because, often in songs, they'll do something like that where it has like a nice little cute tag at the end. And usually it's corny, but in this case, I was like waiting for that the whole song. It's like, when are you going to talk about you? Like, this is your story. So
I love it. Yeah. But you're right about that. You're right.
Yeah. That just kind of wrapped it all up real nicely for me. And then we're going to jump into the tap room. And
oh my goodness, my favorite. You know how much I love this guy.
Oh, we all know how much you like him. So Josh Grider put out his brand new record. We've already talked about one of the singles from the album, but this is the title track from the album. It's called Long Way from Las Cruces. do you think about that one, Miss Helen?
I absolutely love it because I love Josh Greider. And I mean, this is such a musician song. So many can relate. I mean, going back to his tip jar days, Texas Made Me, and the part where he said Tennessee.
So funny. Why are we the same person?
I know.
Jesus
And
Christ.
then
I wrote down the exact same lyrics. It's like,
okay,
what the hell, dude?
You know how I love One Night Taco. Why am I raising my hand? You know how I love One Night Taco Stand? And he put in there, I still sing about taco stands.
Yep.
And then he referred to the Topo Chica Cowboy thing with him and Drew Kennedy. And then he also mentions made a Texas record that radio played. Thank you, DJ. And Josh Greider, you're welcome, because I played every single song you ever released when I was in radio.
Yeah. Great song. Like you said, it's a musician song. You know, he talks about learning how to write a country song finally, but I literally wrote down the same lyrics you read, living on the tip jar, just trying to figure it out. And then he had that part about, you know, Las Cruces made me, Texas raised me, yes. Tennessee still trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. I mean, that is just an epic song. I just smiled all the way through it. And speaking of smiling all the way through songs, I'll skip to mine now. Good segue, because I smiled all the way through. I guess we're going to go in the tap room with this one. Sundance Head has a new song out. It's hilarious. I just love the drive me to drinking. Like, we're going to drive. You got 3 blocks. Here's Sundance Head. Drive me to drinking. Okay, so they cranked up the truck and he went to see his buds. What'd you think of that one? I love it.
Oh man, it was so good. The only notes I wrote were banger. Such a good song. It's
banger.
It's funny because I was like chuckling through it, but like I wonder how humorous he heard it when he was writing it. You know, it's probably like I guess it was a play on words, but like it's pretty serious. It's like you're gonna make me go there. You know.
Yeah,
you're going to take me there and drop me off.
Yeah, it is serious, but it's like, you know, there's so many times that I've kind of been there. I mean, girls can relate to that too.
Oh,
and by the way, on the Texas Country Music Chart, it was in the most ads. And then moving along to the next one is Love Creed Fisher. His voice is amazing. Life of a Working Man. It's just about busting ass and working hard. And some people think they understand, but they haven't walked in those shoes. They don't understand. So another great song from Creed Fisher.
Yeah, that one's an interesting one because I had heard that song years ago when it came out, and it just, I don't know why that it's just coming from, the rock and roll side of things. That still trips me up whenever these songs can get so much life, It's
Yes,
so cool.
exactly. And it was on the Texas Country Music Chart. It had the greatest spin increase, and it was under the most ads as well.
Man, that's
And
awesome.
then another group that I am really liking is Marshall. They have a new song out called Tell Me a Secret, and it's their second release, follow up to Tailspin. It's kind of like that friendship, but I'm thinking you need to tell me your secret because we could take this to another level. But the girl's got the wall up, and it's
Oh
kind of
yeah.
like, I don't know so much about this. And he's like, I'm not that other guy. So it's really upbeat. I just like the whole sound and the whole mix on the song.
Yep. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what I got from it. Great story. Just like the last song that we listened to from Marshall. I'm excited to, I guess, hopefully he's got an album or EP or something coming here pretty soon.
Okay, so let's take a look at the charts real quick. And Texas Regional Radio Report. Number 1 this week is Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen with Rhinestone. Last week was number 3. Number 2 this week is Josh Ward, Loving Where It's Going. Curtis Grimes is at up to number 3 from 4 with Noah Built a Boat. Record high, Randall King is at number 4. And Daryl Dodd, his Into Outlaw, is at number 5. And I have to say, James Land is at number 6 with Damn Straight.
Nice.
Looking at CD Extraction Texas, Aaron Watson sits at number 1 with Crash Landing. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, they were number 1 last week. Number 2 this week with Rhinestone. Josh Ward moved up to number 3 from 4 with Lovin' Where It's Going. Randall King, record high at number 4, and Cody Jinks, All It Cost Me Was Everything, is at number 5. And Texas Country Music Chart, of course, I kind of mentioned the couple of picks that we had that had the most ads, and there's a lot of stuff going on this chart. Josh Ward last week, again this week, number 1 with Lovin' Where It's Going. Aaron Watson's Crash Landing is at number 2. Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, Rhinestone, is number 3. Randall King's record high is 4. And our great friend Curtis Grimes, Noah Built a Boat, is at number 5. So that's kind of a look at the chart. So there's a lot of stuff going on in Texas music. And of course, you and I just came off of the Texas Country Music Awards in Fort Worth, and that was a big time. Talking a little bit about the Texas Country Music Association right now, there's a couple of things going on for TCMA members. They are taking submissions from TCMA members, song submissions for their Best Country Picks Volume 5 for this year. So if you're familiar with TCMA, you can go on their website if you're a musician and take care of that business. They're also going through their songwriters submission process also. But coming up next is the Texas Regional Radio Music Awards. It's going to be held in March in Arlington, and this is the second round of voting. This is a semifinal voting. The first thing they did was just put it out, hey, send in nominations. So I just kind of want to go through some of these since this is all in our wheelhouse and our friends. So for Entertainer of the Year, this is round 2 semifinal voting. It goes on now through December 27th. So Entertainer of the Year, you're going to love some of this. Aaron Watson, Casey Donahue, Josh Abbott, Josh Ward, Randy Rogers Band, Bree Bagwell, John Wolfe, Cody Jinks, Randall King, and Wade Bowen. That's now, again, this is semifinal voting. We still got to go through, saying male vocalist of the year that's in the semifinal votings is Aaron Watson, James Land, David Adam Burns, Josh Ward, Sundance Head, William Clark Green, Curtis Grimes, Jamie Richards, John Wolfe, Darren Morris, Wade Bowen, and Hayden Haddock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so for the semifinals, again, this is second round of voting. Female vocalist of the year, Ariel Hutchins, Holly Tucker, Jenny Delord, Caitlin Kohler, Sarah Hobbs, Bree Bagwell, Jade Marie Patek, Hallettsville Girl we talked about, Caitlin Butts and Kylie Fry, Duo and Group Band of the Year, Chad Cook Band, Flatland Cavalry, Mickey and the Motor Cars, Randy Rogers Band, Saints 11, Darren Morris Band, our friends Ken Fo,
Mhm.
Prophets and Outlaws, Randy Rogers and Wade Bowen, and the State Line Band. And looking at the new male vocalist of the year, I'm so happy. Landon Heights is in there. Also, Matt Castillo is in there. Clay Hollis is in there. New female vocalist. We've got Ariel Hutchins is in there. Kate Watson, Megan
Nice.
Ashley, Taylor Dunn, just naming a few on those. And then new duo and group band of the year. Kinfo also has a nomination there. September Moon as well. The Teague Brothers, The Wilder Blue.
Nice.
That's good stuff. So I'll stop right there. But again, if you log on to the website, Texas Regional Radio, there's a link. You do have to sign in, log in, like create a user ID and password to vote. So good luck to everyone. It's just so much fun. So we're kind of planning down the road for those awards. And then we've got a big event coming up in February that we'll be talking more about as we get closer to that. And then we've got our partnership with Corliss with the Christmas Textravaganza. Texas extravaganza. I don't know how many times she has to say that during her show, but that's just crazy. I mess it up all the time. So just a lot of, here we're at year's end, and I'm seeing so many of our Texas artists also that are just really getting in the holiday spirit, and they've got a few Christmas tunes out, so you can look all that up. So anyway, good stuff going on.
Very cool. Yep. It's funny. I was thinking while you were listing all those names off, it's pretty crazy that I guess at this point now we're booked through our, when we started the show, and other than our Christmas episode, which we'll talk about here in just a second, we haven't had a repeat guest. So 52 straight weeks of new people on every single time. It's just crazy how many like really, really good people are playing and, performing music in this scene. It blows my mind.
I know it's a wonderful thing that's going on. And, we've had so many visits with so many of the up and comers and so many of the veteran Texas artists that are saying, even on the red carpet, when I was talking to Buzz Russell, because he's an old timer like me, to where it's like, this particular year with this particular, all this music that's coming out, you just can't stop listening. And it just keeps building and building and getting better and better. And I'm seeing, like, as I'm looking at stuff coming up, and I've got, once we finish this up, I've already made me some homework. I've got 5 or 6 names that I see bubbling under on the charts consistently that I've got to start doing some research, because they're coming on strong. They just keep bringing the music.
Yep, totally. Yeah. And speaking of Jade Marie Patek, I was hanging out with Bree and them after the show last Saturday, and she told me a hilarious story about Jade. So we're going to have to get her on the show too and talk about that and, all the stuff she's been doing in Texas over the last, I guess, almost a decade. So
yes, we need to do that.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Speaking of Bree and Sarah.
Oh, yeah. So that's the big news for you guys. We've got a special Christmas episode coming up. We're going to talk to Bree Bagwell and Sarah Hobbs. And it was kind of off path from how we normally do the episodes. It was just like a whole lot of fun and a lot of silly stuff. So
it was pretty silly. It was pretty silly.
And
I loved it. At one part, the girl said, if this was a game show, we would lose.
Yep. So that'll come out the week before Christmas, or the week of Christmas, on that Tuesday. I believe it's the 22nd. And then next week we are talking to Zach Neal, who is another new friend of ours that we met at the awards show. And he's got an interesting story coming out of Canada and kind of being all over the place.
I loved it. So. Yes. It's kind of like takes me back to Josh Greider's song. It takes me back to talking to David Adam Burns, to even talking to Zach. And I just love these stories, and I just love how those roads lead to us, and here we are. And if y'all haven't tuned in, listen to the Nate Burnham interview.
Yep.
Actually, and especially, we talked a lot of music and we talked Nate's story, but I just really loved how we got into talking about the hunting and the outdoors.
And just Houston and all that good stuff.
Yes, so good stuff.
Yeah, it was cool. I wanted to mention, if anybody's in the Houston area and you need something to do Friday night, District 249 is where it's at. It's where you need to be.
Raising my hand again. I don't know why.
And that's where I'm going to be.
Because I'm going to be in Huntsville Friday.
Yeah. Drive down the road.
I know. I'm thinking, because here's the funny thing, because it's my grandson's 2nd birthday, and of course my daughter and son-in-law, they both teach in the Huntsville area. They both graduated. They're both Bearcats, and so I was like, because she's going to have a house full already. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get us a hotel room. Okay, so I'm like doing my research and I'm like, and I should have known Bearcats are in the playoffs. So
Oh, wow. You're not
like,
going to get a room.
no, I got a room, but
Oh, wow.
I almost backed up and thought maybe I should do Conroe and see where we can go see some music.
Yeah, well, that's
So
where.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
cancel
know.
Friday night and get a room in Conroe or Tomball or something.
I
So we
know.
got Trent Cowie
And
and
William Clark Green. I saw it,
Yeah,
brother.
it's
I
gonna be-
saw it. Don't even.
Yeah, it's gonna be epic.
I know.
You should come. It'll be fun.
I think I may have to, reorganize. So, but
Rock and roll. Yeah, no, I've still never seen William Clark Green, and I'm so excited.
Oh, you should be. Oh, you should be.
Very, very excited.
See, I would be stupid crazy, like seeing Trent and then getting to see William Clark Green. Like, okay, maybe that could be my Christmas present to myself.
Do it.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I'll see you there.
Okay. Well, that's the assumption. Okay, here we go.
Yep. That's the plan. All right. Well, anything else you got to share before we hop off of here?
That's about it. This has been great. Good stuff.
Yep, absolutely. All right, cool. Well, I will see you tonight.
Okay. Cheers, Kyle.
Cheers.
Around Chicago's way. Well, the wine did flow, my ass did show, my past I gave away. And with a heavy tongue, she knew where I was from. As she left, I dare to say, well, you can go to hell. Hell, I'll go to Texas. I've had my fill of every place but home. Well, take away